I'm Bonnie Kimke, and this is Quilting on a Thread. I'm a strong proponent of never say never, and this is nowhere more true than here in my studio. So today I want to share two things that I never expected to see in my studio. And the first is here behind me on my design wall. I'm auditioning the colors for a Cathedral Window quilt. I've always wanted to do a Cathedral Window quilt, but the reason why this is unexpected in my studio is because of the tedium that would have been required to cut out all of these 3.5-inch squares. So the second item in my studio that was completely unexpected is the tool that made this a possibility. The tool that has made this possible is something I never expected to have. But I have acquired an AccuQuilt GO. To be honest, it took me well over twice the amount of time to get the squares up on my design wall than it did to cut them out. And that's because of the AccuQuilt GO. Now, the AccuQuilt has been around for quite a while. It's just that I never found the desire or the need to use one. I picked one up at my guild's garage sale. So I bought it, and it was just the AccuQuilt GO. No dies, no cutting mats. I needed to buy a couple of those. So I placed a small order because I expected that I would use this just simply for cutting up scraps. I assumed it was going to be a little bit more difficult to use than it has been. So let's take a look. So here we are with the AccuQuilt GO, and I've set it up on a temporary table just to show you. This is so easy to use because all you do is open up the AccuQuilt GO, and now you have two flat surfaces on either side and a roller here between them. This is the hand cranked version. There's also an electric version, and there's a tiny version. So to use the AccuQuilt GO, all we do is we take the die that we're going to use. This is 2 squares. We take the AccuQuilt die, we set it down. We take the material that we plan to cut, and we can fan fold that material. The key to using this is that your material be ironed, and you want to line up the lengthwise grain of your fabric with the shape that you're cutting, not with the die block itself, but with the shape that you're cutting. So this would not sit on my die like this. It would sit like this, lined up with the edge of the die shape. Lengthwise grain, that's going to give you the best cut. You can do crosswise grain, but the best cut is lengthwise grain. So you want to overlap the edge of your cutting surface. So where your die is, the two-tone foam, where your die is, you want to overlap your material by about 1/4 inch off of that line, having it again parallel, lined up with the line of your shape. Put it down, take the cutting mat, place that on top of the die, push it up to the rollers, and then begin cranking in the direction that you want to go through the machine. You can pull it out then. If you rub the mat, it helps to take some of the static off of your material, or it'll pick all of your material up. And you just pull the scrap away, and you have all of your cut blocks. In this instance, I cut 8 blocks, 4 in each of the sections, and each one of these blocks are perfectly cut. They have no fraying edges or anything else like that. They're very, very clean cut. After the last few days and the experience I've had, I can't believe that I'm so late coming to the table to acquire an AccuQuilt GO. This is going to be something that is used on a regular basis in my studio. Well, I hope that sharing my experience with you has provided some humor and some color to your day, and I hope to see you again here on Quilting on a Thread. Bye-bye now.